taking forever to get started here because I decided last second to mess with my mic location. Not the mic location, how far the boom stand is out. And sorry about that. And I, should probably have music of some kind on this start screen. That's what this was for at some point in time. But honestly, that would get kind of annoying, for one. Listening to the only decent part of Phantasy Star 3 over and over again. Might be pissing off the Phantasy Star 3 fans, both of them. But maybe you should have liked a decent game. Like Phantasy Star 2 or 4. Unlike normal, I do actually have beverages here with me. Of course, I forgot to open them. Main character name. Now, I am obligated to go with something stupid. If nothing else, Lauratia is pretty stupid. But I think I can do better. Maybe. Although, unfortunately, the only thing I can think of is how stupid the Heroku app is named. And I thought of something, and I think I'm gonna go for it. My alerts suck. Wait, I can do spaces, can't I? Oop. Not if I want to, It's fine. And then, mobile suits, what the? Yeah, this is incredibly anime. It's actually another game that I only found out about because of renting. I mean, at least with Saga Frontier, it was, I purchased Saga Frontier 1, and then, well, I kind of liked it. I liked it enough to finish a few of the scenarios. And then Saga Frontier 2 came out, and it was actually had some advertising, and I liked it a lot. This, though, I saw the ridiculous anime box at Hollywood Video, and decided, screw it, I'll take a shot. I rented games reasonably frequently back then, and I really enjoyed it. It's not the best game. I mean, it is pretty far from the best game. It also has an issue that I'd love to sit here and say I didn't run into frequently, but it has a few bosses at the end or towards the end that when I was younger I couldn't get past, but I mean, last time I played this game I was like 13. I'm going to have a FAQ. The purpose of that FAQ is entirely so I don't make mechs that we would otherwise be getting for free. So, our story is vengeance.
So this is a mobile suit? Wow, that's cool. Yeah, the G system's really something. I had no idea you could make such huge things with it. Does this mean we're really going after them?
Also, the voice acting surprisingly doesn't suck near as much as you'd expect.
I'm with you.
Near as much as I'd expect, anyway.
Behind you! A mobile suit? How the heck did it get in here?
Also, I'd like to apologize for my
Gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're gonna fight, that's what!
little drink making a lot of noise.
We gotta get out of here! Now! Take it easy.
I agreed, Shaggy.
But nothing. We've got to get through this! Fritz, I don't know how to pilot this thing. Come on, give me a hand.
But I don't know where the manual is.
Remember?
Oh, there actually is a manual. Fuck.
Thanks, Fritz.
That's like on the other side of the damn mic. How is that clipping? Also, sorry. That was on the other side of the mic, under the fucking desk. And it still clipped. Oh. For some reason I wasn't expecting the analog sticks to actually be turned on. And here we are actually going to be experiencing an issue that I have. Well, first and foremost, there's two issues. One, I can't see what I'm doing. The reason for that is I'm dumb. Also, that looks really blurry. It doesn't look too bad on the OBS screen, but on anything else it's looking... On my little preview, it's looking really blurry. I'll have to watch the VOD later. And we can see that we have a just standard GM. We don't really have much as far... Actually, the items we have are better than expected. The actual issue I have is I don't like the PS2 analog sticks. Especially not after getting used to the Wii U Pro. But I don't know if there's something that will allow me to use my Wii U Pro on the PS2. I kind of doubt it. Like, it'd be nice and all. Also, we haven't established meaningfully if the soldier is a good guy or a bad guy. Just that they're an asshole. And Tristan, my alerts suck here. He is primarily a melee fighter. As such, gonna be going with the sane option and using his punches. Also, holy crap, I hadn't drank soda in a while. I forgot how full the cans are. Nearly spilled soda all over myself. I'm real clever. And so, 15 seconds into owning a GM, we have already killed a man who was doing his job. No, most likely, Fritz. We killed a guy who was doing his job investigating a disturbance at the whatever the heck it was. Also, the fight destroyed doesn't, it's not visible. But it damaged the thing. So we can't use it anymore if I'm remembering correctly. And what Fritz wants to do is go in and make sure that the guy is shanked. So he can steal the suit. Fritz is actually a much better ranged character than my alerts suck. Now, it's not too obvious now because, well, the GM is just a flat-out better suit in most ways. And of course, it's nobody has enough levels for it to make a difference, but as folks, yeah, there is no way to. Oh, actually, I was unaware that the square button ran. I owned this game. I shouldn't say owned if I'm still, playing it on that copy. But it's not like this is a recent purchase or anything. I don't remember ever using regeneration kits. They're the revives, but I don't remember using them much. Eventually, there's a technique that I don't even remember who all gets it. That does a revive and a heal. That is sort of useful. I believe there's a limit as to... I think it only works for the first 5 levels or something. Something dumb. Yeah, Fritz is general utility useful, but also towards endgame is probably one of the best characters normally. There is some variance in how stats turn out, which is of course the worst thing, but now, one thing I do like about the way... Oh, I won't get to show it off. I'll poo on you too, game. And here, I believe we get the background. Oh, still no. It'll take a while.
That's the way to Marie's place. Marie's place? Oh.
Yes, because Fritz is still a toddler. big ol' house. You know, that back and forth is not making me want to reverse my statement about Fritz being a toddler. Tristan's not meaningfully better, just for the record here. As will be shown very soon. Yep, time to make Maria wait while we go steal a whole bunch of boxes. I think there's another one in addition to this. Is that over here? This is actually demonstrating one of the issues with this game. It can be real tough to find boxes at times. I know there's another... Is it down here? I know there's another box somewhere. There we go. I was right. I was searching in the right place originally. Some of the boxes are just mean. Most of the time, they're not even good boxes. None of what I got was that good.
There's so many lights.
Do you
Also,
know what they are?
This is a damn lie.
Suits?
Exactly. Each light represents a single suit.
But there's so many of them.
If that was all the mobile suits there were, even just in the
able to harness it. This production speed.
fights you have regular access to,
I don't like the looks of this.
that would be
Not
less bad, but there's like a million required fights against suits. In fact, aside from this start right now where we're dealing with tanks, it won't be that long where we stop dealing with tanks at all. Also, thanks for the follow. I don't know what's going on with the audio. I might need to reseat some cables. Or it might be that I should have made up this ISO with my DVD drive instead of having the PS2 do it. Yeah, I really don't know. Or it could be actually my own audio stuff. Since I just noticed the mixer for OBS didn't seem to be going down. And I want to change that to fast so I'm not just pressing X constantly. As I recall, Tristan actually does enough damage to one-shot these right at the start with the axe. So that can eliminate a round of fighting there. This is one of the problems with Fritz being really quick all throughout the game, really. Maybe I shouldn't have upped the speed, since I'm still in that bad habit. Also, I'd never noticed it before, but wasn't it sunny when he set out?
What is that?
Why would a mobile suit have a targeting system that can lock on to people?
Giant robots? No! No!
And why does it explode?
No. Miss Natalie.
And didn't the black suit come in from the wrong direction? I'm guessing I was not supposed to hit X there. And of course, we'll be acting first and thinking later. For the vast majority of the game. Everything I recall, anyway. I had forgotten all about the dumb run cycle. Somehow. The Moon Arc, of course, will be a recurring dungeon. Because everybody loves those. It's not the worst, though. Technically cheaper at this point to just do the rest, but then I need to go into inventory and menu a whole bunch. Yeah, we need to go over to the Moon Arc and murder some potential problems there. I think we're actually required to visit there at some point in time. I think it's strictly optional right now, but I seem to recall something requires us to come here. Also, this mansion is really tiny given how large it looks on the outside. And I don't believe there's anything that actually tells you that this is here. I'd forgotten. I was just going around talking to people. Now, the game is generally pretty good about making sure that things that shouldn't be found when you're, you know, human and thus small aren't found then. Oh yeah. Forgot some of the bookcases are readable. Okay, I don't know where the second one of those are, since I kind of skipped the first part of that. And it brought it up, but this is basically the map of the Earth. Doesn't always line up all that well, but... Oh, that is one thing that's kind of weird about the way movement works in this. I'm still holding left, but because I was using the analog stick, it just doesn't reset the motion. I continue walking in the same direction. With the D-pad, though, it's always relative. I was actually kind of assuming that both worked the same way, but, yeah. I was thinking there was another item somewhere, but I didn't see another box. So, not a big deal. Oh. And this is the only issue with the mini-map. Sometimes you can't actually see where you're going. Oh, I guess we need a level to actually consistently be able to do that. Owing at least partially to the fact that levels are, or not levels, misses are rare. Levels just straight up increase your damage. Which of course makes a lot more sense in games that aren't giant robot based. Oh, that giant spaceship. On the upside, I believe the upgraded tanks do give more experience, so given that they're not really any more dangerous. They're definitely the preferred item to enemy to fight. Also, this is my first time listening to this soundtrack with headphones. There's a lot of annoying bits going on in the lower levels that I couldn't pick up with speakers. I believe that's the thing right next to it. Some of these saves are also healing stations, which is nice. Oddly, it seems like in those cases it's set up as kind of a grinding area, but frequently they're in places that are, you know, kind of bad to grind in. I should probably check out the door we were right next to. And everything that's relevant tends to be tutorialized. This game's actually pretty decent about that. Also not entirely sure why, but I haven't had another audio hiccup since early on. And boosts are strong, but they require a fair bit of energy. Eventually we will be able to set up to use them effectively. Machine gun. I don't know if it's better or worse than what we currently have. Looks like it's a tiny bit better. And much like how the Zaku machine gun is a tiny bit better than the Vulcan, so I will put that on. Eventually we will have actual meaningful choices. And I think that puts us at the level of being able to consistently one-shot these. Or at least not crits to consistently one-shot these. I believe the level we got should also help with one-shotting the Magella tanks. Oh, one-rounding the Magella tanks. And may as well show off the boost. It's a little bit more powerful, but It's... I tended not to use it. There are much better boosts to use. Let's check out the door that's not being blocked. I'm surprised they've actually been kind of focusing on Fritz. And I believe what I just pressed X right through. Yeah, a fair bit more powerful, but of course we can't use it every turn. Now this is a shield. Shields are... actually I'll throw it on so you can see. With Fritz not having much armor, I'll put it on him. Shields are pretty useful. There's two types of shields. One of the categories of boosts requires a certain type of shield. It will not come up this time, today, I should say. You can see the slightly increased damage from the Magella top cannon. Of course, since it's not a machine gun type weapon, it only fires once, but it does quite a bit more damage. I think I want to take out the tanks first. Before, trying to use boosts in the stronger. Or, yeah, I don't know how much HP the Zaku has, so... Yeah, apparently not that much. And I'm going to pop back to the save to heal, and save. Mostly this is just resource management. As we get more people and more capabilities, we better, more able to do longer dives, but right now the 9 casts of repair is a little bit lighter than I like to go with, and I even now hate using items. Grenade, I seem to recall, is actually fairly powerful. I'll just bring it up on technique screen. That armor ignoring aspect of it is really what makes it, at times, strong. And of course the additional level is helping a little bit with the machine gun damage. I say as Ritz once again fails to kill a tank despite occasionally being able to do so at level 1 with the worst machine gun. But the I'm trying to think of what I was trying to say there. Oh, the holding a direction on the analog stick is really what makes some of these dungeons doable. Or at least a lot less annoying. And in a normal RPG, armor that drops would be meaningful. But we can't get to the armor of the Zaku here. We can see that the Zaku's missing its right armor, but we can't do anything. Oh, and of course sometimes that doesn't actually work. I don't know which direction to go. Oh, I guess that tells me. Oh, hey, there's a save point right there. which is good because we were starting to get take enough damage that a repair wouldn't be a bad idea. Normally, at least early on, this tends to mean that there's a tougher fight coming up. I don't believe the fight this time is actually going to be especially tough, but... I do believe it's one that we will want to avoid using melee attacks on.
Hey, that mobile suit.
It's one of the most generic mobile suits out there. Also, this boss theme always kind of makes me think Final Fantasy more than Gundam. Of course, it is at the end of the day a JRPG. So, Tristan has decided that he needs to shank another person. I seem to recall this does enough damage that we really don't want to Yeah, we don't want to be getting hit by that. So, Fritz is going to be doing the vast majority of our damage here. That might be enough. And if we get hit, it's not that big a deal. The Heat Hawk was doing less damage than I anticipated, but it should be a very nice upgrade for our GM. Now, of course, knowing how Gundam works, the real question is that his actual name, or is that his pseudonym?
What? Where? A girl? What's she doing here? Come on, Fritz. Are you okay? She's out cold. She's still alive.
Destroy that world.
Did she just say destroy the world? What does that mean? Whatever. We've got to get her out of here. Come on. Marie will know what to do.
I always forget how awful Fritz's voice acting is. Oh yeah, I didn't actually go around much inside Marie's area, did I?
Who are you?
Ah no, should have kept the hat. Really, the hat and the messenger bag. Especially if he still had the scarf. The scarf would be way better than the necklace. I don't know if the scarf would work well with the weird jacket. I seem to recall if you play it on like a PCSX2. No, this area just has messed up audio. I don't know what is up with that. My disc might be messing up, is what really might be up with that. Or my PS2. My PS2 is not in the best of shapes. I believe on the... No, I guess I was misremembering. So yeah, I don't know what is going on with Marie's area as far as the audio missing out. At present, I'm glad that it seems to be only Marie's area. Hopefully we don't run into a more serious issue with it in the future. Otherwise I would need to move my save over to the emulator. I don't know 100% if that would work properly. Unlike PlayStation 2 emulator and back, I have not done that before. I think the top room? Nope. I mean, he is a JRPG main character. I was gonna say protagonist, but I don't think Fritz ever actually makes any important decisions. mostly just involved in But Thou Must. Oh yeah, I did forget to do something. Something that actually is sort of important. Yeah. Now we don't really have the space for the iron axe with the shield. But I think that getting a pretty significant upgrade to Fritz's counterattack is worth losing a little bit of defense. Also, I'm pretty sure that by the end of Fort Verde, we will have encountered more mobile suits than Marie showed on that big graphic. One way or another. If not by the end of Fort Verde, pretty soon after. And of course we want to go after as many of these items as we can. And that's status healing, not an actual heal. I'm not going to save or anything, but I am going to use the save point to heal. Given the comparative difficulty of the static encounters versus the random encounters, just makes a bit of sense to me, especially since I took unnecessary damage I looked out there. And apparently we're close to being able to one-shot these with the Heat Hawk. Most likely another level would do it. Hacking tools are pretty important. I also hate everything about them. It's the, basically same type of situation as duplicators from Wild Arms. And a whole bunch of other games that use the same type of thing. I wasn't paying attention to HP for a second there. I think we have the technique points or whatever they're called to not bother with going back. Also, by avoiding some of that one encounter, we can go over here and see if there's more items. Also, of course, while splitting them up, we aren't getting enough damage to one-shot the tanks. I believe that's all the items we can get right now, or at least all the items I saw. There might be, again, hidden chests that I'm not seeing. I only actually knew about the first one though, so... And we got a little bit lucky there. Wouldn't matter too much, but it might have made me do a repair instead of attacking with Fritz. Hey, need a goof.
We've never seen one like this before. What should we do? Stay cool. If you freak out, it's all over. Not another one! Now we're in trouble!
The zoom sound effect. Regardless of what it's in, I will always laugh at that. Now, Hal, your name's not just, coincidentally an anagram for somebody that we, just recently heard mentioned, is it? Goofs stay dangerous basically the entire game. It's kind of weird. And we can see that Hal is a lot stronger than we are. I'm ignoring the whole going into his weapons and he's, outfitted to murder things. Surprised at the relatively small boost in damage there. So we did a grand total of 60-ish damage? No, we really did not. Oddly, this is still an encounter type area now, even though I don't think there's encounters anymore. The game's weird at times. Also, I think that's just at the start of the world music right now. There's a little, I don't even know how to put it. I will never stop just slamming X. I am the biggest idiot known to man. Doesn't Angelion even have the... I don't think I'd ever said that name out loud, so I didn't make the mental jump to, oh, that's close to Ava. Of course, if you fight a lot, that's really only like doubling your credits. At most it'd be a crush, Fritz. Come on. I mean, on the other hand, when, you know, I was a teenager, I was that dumb too, so... And not limited to 15 or anything. And it doesn't matter which direction we head here. I never... oh yeah, we got the heat sword. And the metal guard, which is what's used if you... for the double guard things that I mentioned before. How can you tell if a suit looks like it's going to attack? You just saw how strong having a third suit is. Because child soldiers never know, are any good at any of this stuff. Now, the Zaku 2 is actually the best suit we have. I mean, part of that is it has mods unlike the other ones, but at present it's quite a bit more capable than everybody else. And of course, we're getting an odd level up, set of level ups for everybody. Normally, in my experience, Fritz is way better at ranged than Aeon. But that might be an, you know, eventuality thing and more related to his boosts than his actual stats. I suspect that's the case. He has some really good boosts eventually. And I seem to recall Aeon being more technique-based. I didn't even show her techniques off, I should. I believe she also has repair right now. Yeah, she is, she has some offensive and defensive boosting stuff. And Mega Fire is pretty powerful. And of course, her weapons are a little bit more powerful. Yep. Under movement, I can't always tell what things are due to the way certain items get interlaced or look when they're interlaced. Since this is just 480i scaled up to 720p. Oh, that, I wasn't paying enough attention to what we got there. Is it that shield? I guess it is. Now there are some decent encounters here, but also we see some more mobile suits that we didn't see on the map before. Also, oddly, that thing is boosting again. I'm not sure why something with less than 40 HP would be that in love with boosting, but how close are we to... We're not really close in the slightest. And welcome to our cast is really, really dumb town. Starring the cast of MS Saga. Case in point, we're effectively attacking Eisengrad so that we can see Captain Hal. My alerts suck. His bloodlust knows no limits. Yeah, they're injured. Heavy quotation mark. A bunch of idiots. That's what we are. In the background, I think that's a motorcycle. But that's not in the game. Still gets my, That's why I can't remember if there's... This is the only opportunity we have in here. So, of course, I want to make sure that we get everything. Because, I mean, I'm a jerk dev. Knowing that I'm a jerk dev and would hide stuff in here, I definitely want to check. But, and we get to see that green apparently just means encounter without combat. The trio of dummies. Just, don't be surprised if you find that you're missing a lot of parts when you come back to get your vehicle. And of course, now we're in a part where we can go look around and find a million items. Well, there's more than 2 towns in the world, presumably. There, 3 towns. Boom, world. Also, I don't... Well, admittedly, last time I actually played this was on a CRT. But I don't remember the camera being this jittery. Yeah, size ends up being very important. Herp. It's always a size joke. Oh. For whatever reason, I didn't see that guy was named Soldier and Brave. Now, one of the interesting things with this is this goes in an arm slot rather than using up one of your... actually, I don't know if you're limited by hands. I would assume so, but I don't remember. Beam picks are, of course, what we will eventually want for replacing the weapons for a lot of stuff. Mainly because of the size. They're great as a tool rather than something that you're really making heavy use of. And we already have here a weapon that consumes more than 1 energy. I mean, technically we have that with a top cannon and small cannon. But, I think the bazooka's probably better to grab. maybe the bazooka, a single armed machine gun, and let's grab a couple. No. I think I want to leave the rest for upgrading. That'll do more than anything else would. Okay, so we are limited. And that puts us all at about the same armor level. Had to close my door real quick. I had forgotten to close it when I started the stream. And it became relevant because people are home now. I think this needs to be done. Yeah, we need to take weapons off and put them back on to reorder. It kind of sucks, but... And I think we can safely sell all of this. But I am going to drop the top cannon into Tristan's stuff. Basically, I want to do upgrades instead of weapons because we're going to be having a lot of these suits for a while. And upgrades do a lot more for the long-term usability. I don't know why the music is messing up again. Yeah, that boy knows he's going to marry Captain Hal. Okay, so I've got a different, equally valid question. Why is your house next to a shop that sells mobile suit weapons? Why is your house next to a hangar? Speaking of hangar, I'll show off the Mini G system. We can't actually do anything with the Mini G, but it's nice to know what we're saving E-caps for. Which, at least right now, I seem to recall the primary thing we want to save E-caps for being the large type propellant. Like HP parts and sensor plus and power device and even enhanced wing or mostly whatever. Energy. Energy is where it's at. And of course, because some of the body bases have additional energy, they stay relevant. past the point in time where their damage is relevant. Their plus to attack, melee, and range is relevant. Also, for some reason, it looks like I have the border on this a little bit larger on the bottom than on the top, even though I know that they're all the same number of pixels. It's just bugging me. And here we have the best part of this game. The upgrading. Actually, how are the Zaku shield in comparison to the GM armor? They suck, apparently. Well, the GM armor is lighter weight, but the Zaku shield has a fair bit more armor. Oops, I actually meant to leave the shield on. I'm not sure why that's starting and stopping, especially since the sound effects are still playing. Weird. And we don't have any replacement arms or legs. Yeah, I don't know why the audio's messing up, beyond my, thing not wanting to work. The major things here are really the attack up and durability up. Getting everybody past the about 150 health mark. And then spending as much as possible on buffing everybody's damage. Speed really is not as relevant as buffing damage and health. And so now we're actually in a pretty good spot. The Zakus can stay their current color. Although I think this one is... Oh no, for some reason I was thinking that... And of course, to actually fit with the rest of the color of this, we want to make this a little bit lighter. That doesn't actually change the color, but that's fine. This seems to fit with the dark parts of the Zaku already. And unfortunately, we don't have a color match here. So the options are to go with a white, or to change the color of the whole thing, which actually looks surprisingly decent. In certain colors. I mean, most of these colors look pretty bad, but... light green and light blue look pretty decent, and light purple look pretty decent for most things. Just not as a whole suit. If we change it all to white, I think that actually looks a little bit better than if we have the red accents. So, that is what our suit will look like. Now we need to go see Hal. Budget cuts. I mean, I don't know for certain that this was caused by budget cuts, but also thinking about it, given that this area's music cuts out on occasion for reasons I don't know, nope, like I said before, I may need to remake the ISO. I may need to change how the thing's being loaded off the PS2. But either way, I mean, it's something is going wrong. And the budget cuts thing I was alluding to is mostly that the black screen for where, you know, even just dialogue should be going on. Feels a lot like, you know, things introduced by budget cuts. Also, this city is actually way far away from where that orphanage was. So him traveling all the way back to the city is actually pretty impressive. And I have no idea where most of these items are. I'm just mostly going around, seeing if I can see something. And hoping I get most of them. I don't think there's a shot of all of them, but... Regardless, though, I'm pretty sure we're pretty much done with this city. And by association, pretty much done with the stream for now. I think I need to hit up the army thing to save. But that is going to be it for me this time. I will be back with more this Thursday and more Saga Frontier 2 tomorrow. I should update my little thing down below. And I will just let AutoHost take ya. So, and music once again stops. So, see you then.